Hi everyone, David here. Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for coming back for another video, or welcome if it's your first one. Thanks for joining us. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm just kicking off Golden Week in Japan now. It's been drizzling all day though, so it's a good day to get stuck inside and watching perfume tours, which is what I've been doing to get ready for today's video. So today's video is part 2 of my cold sleep deep dive into Perfume's back catalogue. People who followed this channel before know that I've made quite a lot of perfume videos. There's a whole playlist of those, so please check those out. But today I'm doing part 2 of my deep dive. I realised now they've gone into cold sleep, which is their hiatus. I don't feel like I'm a proper fan, quote unquote, because I kind of started halfway through. About 2012 was the first time I heard about Perfume, and I kind of worked backwards and forwards at the same time, and maybe not really going much below the surface of the albums and singles. So this is my chance. Last time I made one of these videos, part 1, I talked about their pre-breakthrough era, all of their early singles up until their complete best album and their kind of best of tours. So now we're picking things up from 2007, when they start to make their breakthrough, start to release singles leading up to the Game album, and then onwards to Triangle. So I'm going to cover that big breakthrough era where they start to really make a name for themselves in Japan. So before I start then, please like this video, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, leave a comment or a question, I'd appreciate that. And also, what's the other one? Share this channel to any perfume fans out there, I'd appreciate that too. And also leave me a super like if you really enjoy this and you want to support this channel. I've never made a single yen from this channel in the first 5 years, so help me out. I have had super likes before, thanks to somebody very generous from Germany, if you're watching. But I can't access that stuff until I reach a certain amount, so so far nothing. So please, I hope you enjoy this video. So let's get straight into it. I'm going to cover the breakthrough era. So let's start things off then with my little PowerPoint presentation. I'm going to start with Fan Service Suite, which is a kind of partner with Fan Service Bitter we talked about last time. That was kind of like a greatest hits concert up to now. Fan Service Suite is actually the first single in support of Game, the next album coming, and we're still quite away from that, about a year away. But Valentine's Day we get Chocolate Disco. We love chocolates at Valentine's Day. Chocolate Disco is one of those kind of evergreen hits they always love to play on their tours. I don't know really what's disco about it, but it is really a good bop, and it's got a lot of audience interaction. They like that one, I think. I think it really bridges the gap nicely from their pre-era to the Game era, which makes sense because that's exactly where it is. It does really sort of go off in the live arena, I think. So love Chocolate Disco. That's one of the first ones I knew about. It's just got one of those catchy names, I think. Then we got Twinkle Snow Powdery Snow, which was debuted in the Fan Service Bitter concert. I didn't really remember this one very much, but it's really grown on me quite a lot. I don't know, it's quite simple. It's very sort of bouncy tempo to it. Kind of reminds me of that, that new disco period they had in the mid 2000s. It was very popular in the UK. So Twinkle Snow Powdery Snow, I like that one. That's an undiscovered gem for me. So let's move on. We got to number 31 with that, but let's finally break the top 10 with Polyrhythm. I think Chocolate Disco and all their sort of stuff up to date was, I think Chocolate Disco was used in a drama or something like that, and that caught the eye of NHK, which used Polyrhythm in their recycling campaign commercials, and that really took off. So that was their first top 10 hit. Polyrhythm, I think they give a lot of thanks to this song. They often play it at their concerts. I think probably one of their most played songs, and it's a really interesting rhythm. Well, it's a polyrhythm. It's an interesting setup for a pop song, which I don't know. They go through. I don't know the musical expression for it. The beat counts change in the chorus. It's a bit of a frenetic kind of breakdown after the main chorus. So I love polyrhythm. I never really liked it that much, but the more I've seen it in concert, I think the more I've grown to like it. I know it's an important one. It's maybe not my favourite one. Now we do have a B-side here that we don't have on any of the albums yet. We're going to see it in a compilation later, but Seventh Heaven. That seems to have got a bit of a second life as well. It wasn't really played that much at the time, but that seems to be quite popular as like a closing song. or like in an encore. 7th Heaven's fine. It's kind of a nice sort of mid-tempo song. I kind of get the appeal of it. It's got some nice like melodic hooks to it, but yeah, that's fine. I like 7th Heaven. Okay, so we broke the top 10. Where next? Well, it's the top 3. So we've got a double A side coming next, which is Baby Cruising Love, which is an insane name for a song, and Macaroni, which is a bit of a weird choice, I think. I mean, maybe they're trying to show the versatility of Perfume, but going straight from their breakthrough, like big up-tempo thing to two kind of mid-tempo songs, it seems to have worked, but I think it's a bit of an odd choice for singles. Yeah, Baby Cruising Love it does sound like a really early Capsule song, some of the earlier albums, rather than the that point ones. The chorus is a bit flat for me. I understand that I'm seeing this as a foreigner, and I haven't really dug that deeply into the lyrics of everything, and I had a bit of a look last night just for my interest, and it was, so it's a sweet song. I don't think it's really got that melodic hook that I was looking for though. Macaroni also has got a bit of a kind of a chilled, I don't know, I don't want to say plodding, that sounds a bit negative, doesn't it? But it's more relaxed, refined moment. This is not my favourite 2 singles, but yeah, great, it seems to have worked. They got to the top 3, which is great progress for them. Okay, so finally, it's time for the album to be released. So a few months later, we got Game, the album, which is their first #1. This is a #1 album, even. That's even better. So we got Polyrhythm. We talked about that already. Plastic Smile. I think this is a good, fun kind of bop song. I don't know why this wasn't on the Game tour. To be honest, I think it would fit in quite nicely there. I think pretty much all of these songs were covered in the Game tour, apart from Puppy Love as well. But yeah, I was a bit sad for Plastic Smile. I do like that one. It's a nice kind of keeps the energy up from Polyrhythm anyway. But talking about energy, we've got the title track Game, which is a real banger. It's really got that kind of hard, kind of lo-fi driving beat to it, which I really like. I like my big kind of crunchy bangers. I don't think that's the musical expression, but there we go. So Game, love that one. It's I don't know why it wasn't the title track. It is the title track. I don't know why it wasn't the first track. That would be a great opener, I think. I understand putting Polyrhythm first because it's the big breakthrough song, but I think Game would have been a bit of a better opener. We've got Baby Cruising Love, we've done that. Chocolate Disco, Macaroni, we've done this. And then Ceramic Girl. This is a kind of decent up-tempo as well. I don't think it really goes anywhere particular, but it's a nice kind of middle, kind of get the energy back up again from the slowness of Macaroni. Then we've got Take Me, Take Me, which I don't really get a lot from. It's a kind of very sort of simple, loungy kind of thing. It's kind of like a sexy song in a really unsexual way. I don't know how else to put that. It does feel like a Capsule track for sure. I think he liked a lot of that kind of slower, loungy stuff before. I think that's one of the reasons why I think Game sounds a bit more like a Capsule album a lot of the time than a Perfume album. It's their debut album, so maybe they're still getting to grips with their identity. But yeah, Take Me, Take Me. The tour, like the choreography with the chairs is a bit too frantic, I think. But there we go. Speaking of repetitious names, we've got Secret Secret after this, which I do really like. It's got a really strange kind of minimalist la 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 opening, but it actually goes into really I don't know, I'd say it's very it's got a strong direction of where it's going with the production. It does feel like it's almost a precursor to the Triangle album as well. It's got that kind of cosmic spacey vibe to it, which I really kind of cling on to. I really like that one. So Secret Secret is nice, another hidden gem for my catalogue. Then we've got Butterfly, which is kind of functions almost like an instrumental. It's got a few words here and there. It's got these really hypnotic up and down scales, which is really exciting. You can see this again in Triangle. I don't know why they have these kind of interlude sounding tracks so far down the track list. It might do a bit better a bit further in the middle of the album. I don't know, but anyway, I like Butterfly. You see it popping up sometimes as little costume change moments. So yeah, I like that one. Twinkle Snow Powdery Snow, we've talked about that. And finally, Puppy Love. this seems to get wheeled out sometimes for the end of a tour or just a bit before the encore. It's fine. I don't really get a lot from it. It's kind of sounds a bit more, I don't know, is it right to say sort of a bit of a sort of 60s sound, a bit of a retro sound to it? I don't know where I'm getting that from. And there's sit there with the mic stands as well, which is kind of fun. But yeah, Puppy Love is not really my favourite. But the album itself, Game, fantastic. Yeah, I really like it. A great, strong debut album. Okay, so that got to number 1. Where next? Well, let's find out. So we get a tour after that. We get to the Game tour. I've just watched that for the first time, and it's a pretty strong set list. It's got pretty much everything apart from Plastic Smile's not there, and Puppy Love as well, which is kind of surprising because Puppy Love has ended up on quite a lot of other set lists. But yeah, it's good really. It's got a really strong opener. Game as the opener as well, fantastic. They do that thing where they're walking down the like onto the stage and then throwing their capes off, which gets used a few times in Perfume tour opening history. It's got some of the oldies, Electro World, Computer City, Computer Driving, which is maybe for a Game tour, it seems a bit odd that they don't have Game openers apart from the title track. It does seem like they're leaning on the oldies a bit, but that's good. It does feel like a regular Perfume concert. You get the MC call out moment still. That's the same as they've always done. The second act is a little bit more lower energy. So we've got Baby Cruising Love, Foundation out of nowhere. That's a kind of a weird one to pull out. Then Take Me, Secret's a bit more up tempo with that Macaroni again. I did feel a little bit kind of losing interest a bit in the second act, but once we get to Polyrhythm and onwards, it's all bangers after that. So that was really good. I thought the visuals were really good. They were simple, but they were used quite well. Obviously, they don't have the budget that they do in future tours. But yeah, I really enjoyed that. And I think I said in the last video, I wasn't sure why they don't use Perfume, the track, as their kind of closing. Well, that's exactly what they've been doing for a lot of these earlier tours. So yeah, I eat my words on that one. And Ceramic Girl and Wonder 2 was kind of interesting ways to close out. I think Ceramic Girl feels like a bit of a mid-concert song, but that's fine. And Wonder 2, another B-side, which seems to have got a bit of a second life. That was a nice way to finish off, and they got their little glow sticks going around. That was nice. I was kind of surprised that the girls were surprised by that. I don't know if that was kept from them. That was going to be a little, I don't know, surprise for the DVD. I'm not sure. But yeah, Game solid tour, very nice. So that's the Game era wrapped up. So then we move on to the Triangle era now with number 1 single. Finally we get to number 1. We've got Love the World. Fantastic. I'm glad they break through. Finally, they've kind of capitalized on all their rise to fame so far, and the number 1 album too. I've read somewhere that Love the World is the first techno-pop number 1 on the Oricon charts. I don't know what techno-pop technically means, but yeah, great if they can be a pioneer like that. I think Game was one of the first techno-pop albums, apart from Yellow Magic Orchestra, I forgot what it's called now, who also debuted at number 1 in the 80s, but this was kind of breaking new ground, Perfume were. I think that's the theme. So yeah, 2008, we're kind of still in our Game era, but we've moved on already to the next single, Love the World. I do like this song. It's, I don't know, it feels a little bit flimsy for such a big, they've put so much weight on this one. They've even named the next compilation out after it. But yeah, it's not bad. It's a bit of an odd choice for an opening track on Triangle, but we'll come to that in a moment. And of course we also get B-side, or kind of B-side, Edge, which I think is a fantastic song. The version on Love the World is not the final version we know and love now. But it's still a huge banger nonetheless. It's not quite the beast it turns into, but I love Edge so much. This is one of my all-time bangers. So they'll go number 1. So now I can say Edge is the number 1 single. So after that we move on to the Budokan. This is another, not a tour, it's 2 nights at the Nippon Budokan, which is not the biggest arena for a concert, but it's one of the most prestigious, I think. Like, you've made it if you made it to the Budokan. I don't know what the equivalent would be in the UK, maybe the Royal Albert Hall or something like that. So yeah, 2 shows in the Budokan. And it's mostly the same stuff they did in the game tour. I think there's a couple of extra ones in there. We've got Edge pops in there too, and Love the World. Also, Puppy Love makes an appearance as well. Is that all the new ones, I think? Oh, and also we get, I don't know if this is the debut, but Dream Fighter appears in the encore, including in the same clothes they have in the video. So that's a really nice nice way to introduce that into the canon. But yeah, Budokan was great. I watched the DVD of this last night, and it's shot very nicely. You can see how huge it was. The visuals were really wonderful. So yeah, I really enjoyed the Budokan concert. So check that one out if you can. I think there's a bit of it, it's like the first hour of it is on YouTube, so you can check that one out. Okay, so what next? After Budokan, we're on top of the world now. So we get Dream Fighter, the single, not long after. So that reaches number 2. Dream Fighter is one of those kind of powerful, I don't know, what's the feeling, like uplifting songs. It's got a huge, like a real driving beat to it. I love Dream Fighter. It's got a lot of weight to it. It feels really polished. I think it's, yeah, I think this is when Capsule or Nakata, he really starts to add layers and complexity to the songs that I really can get my teeth into. So it's a very sort of anthemic song, and we'll see that getting used a lot in the future concerts. We also get a B-side Negai, which will end up on Triangle. This is more of a down-tempo one. It's a bit more of a sweet song, a little bit sleepy. It gets used as the close of Triangle, which seems appropriate, and gets used at the end of the Triangle tour, I think, as well. So it's a nice kind of calming down one. Again, this is not the final version of it, but like a slightly remixed version will end up on the album. So there we go, number 2, another huge hit. And another number 1, to follow that one up, we get One Room Disco. Another one that with disco in the name. I'm not sure how disco it really is, but I really like the intro to it, because it kind of reminds me of Streets of Rage, that kind of, I don't know, 16-bit retro game music. But it doesn't really follow into that at all. It just turns into another kind of boppy song. It is a good song though. I like One Room Disco, and of course it's a number 1, so I'd love to see that for them. This is actually going to be their last number 1, and they're not going to get another one after that on the singles chart, at least. Or at least not on the Oricon chart. I think there's a second. I don't know how the Japanese charts work. There's an Oricon chart and then some kind of Hot 100. I think they do get another number 1 on that one at some point, but I'll come to that later. I think that's Spring of Life, maybe. We also get a B-side, which does not end up anywhere else. This is, how do I say this, 11:30 p.m. or 23:30, I'm not sure what to say, which is a very Capsule, kind of slow, late night, loungy song. It's fine. Yeah, it doesn't really move me so much, but it's a nice, like, mood piece, I think. So there we go, One Room Disco, another number 1, which is a fantastic way to line up for the next album, Triangle, or just symbolised as a triangle itself. That hit number 1 as well, so great, another number 1 album for the books. And this is possibly my favourite Perfume album, I'm not sure. I think I'll have to go back and think about this after my deep dive, but we've got Take Off, which is a great kind of intro. I do love a Perfume album that has like an intro, like a warming up song. So this is the first of those. We've got Take Off, which has got a very spacey, cosmic, like launching into space vibe to it, and a countdown as well. We love that. The thing I don't get is, why does it lead into Love the World? Because it doesn't really kind of fit, like, musically very well together. I get Love the World as number 1. We want to put that first too, but I don't think it really goes well as an opener. I think probably, I don't know, Dream Fighter would have been a good opener after Take Off, or maybe Night Flight also. Although Night Flight kind of feels like a starting song as well. I don't know, maybe it's too similar. But anyway, we get Love the World after that, and Dream Fighter. Edge, we've got our final Triangle mix, which is a 8-minute or 9-minute beast. This is one of the all-time bangers, I think. It's got complexity, it's got levels, it doesn't feel like it's going on too long. I could take another 8 minutes of it if I had to, and I want to as well. Okay, then we get to Night Flight, which is, I feel like the theme of this album is kind of taking a space flight, almost like you're on a Cosmic Airlines air stewardess, I don't know, trip. It's very kind of retro futurism thing. I don't know if that's what they were going for, but Night Flight has that kind of actual like flight theme to it as well. It's cute. It's got, yeah, it's kind of got the vibe that Triangle has. So it's a kind of, I don't know, a cohesive sound for the album at least. Then we've got Kiss and Music, which is the only one I don't really like from Triangle. It's just a bit of a ploddy song. It just kind of kills the tempo a little bit, really. I don't know why we needed that one. It doesn't feel totally out of place, but I don't know, just the tempo is a bit kind of, it's a bit of a drag for me. But then Zero Gravity picks it up again. This is back to kind of loungy Capsule sound. We're in the kind of space cabin attendant vibe again. It does really remind me of one of the songs off Plasma. I can't think of the name right now, but yeah, of course Plasma's gonna be, what's this, another 10 plus years up to that. Oh, I can't even do that that calculation, probably 14, 15 years. So we love Plasma, but yeah, it's got that kind of loungy vibe to it. Then we've got I Still Love You, which I really love. That beat is really fantastic, how it sort of builds up, and it's like a mid-tempo, but it's got some teeth to it, which I really appreciate. I like that one. Also then we've got The Best Thing, which for some reason wasn't in the Triangle tour. I'm not sure about that, but it does end up eventually on something else. I think it ends up in that disco show, which I'm not covering today. Yeah, that's another sort of space cabin attendant thing. It fits nicely into the vibe anyway. Don't really know why they missed it, to be honest, on the tour. Speed of Sound, again, they've done that thing where it sounds like an interlude, but it's right near the end of the album, so maybe it could have slotted in a bit somewhere in the middle. But it's good. Yeah, I like it. I like a good kind of costume change song to keep the tempo up. We've got One Room Disco, we've talked about that, and Negai is a nice closer as well. So yeah, love Triangle. That's one of my favourite albums for sure, and number one. And to wrap things up, let's get onto the tour. This is called the Chokkaku Nitouhen Sankakkei tour, which is a bit of a mouthful. Basically means a right-angled isosceles triangle tour. So it's a triangle tour, but exactly that particular triangle, that's kind of right-angled. I don't know, how am I doing it then? Yeah, interesting. To be honest, I've just watched this one, and I don't really see what they were doing with this. I don't know. After watching the Budokan last night, that was a really fantastic show. But the Triangle, of course, the music was good. I mean, look at the track list; it's all there. But something about the staging was quite boring. I felt like they had a nice intro, like the takeoff moment, but then they just go into just kind of like dancing on stage with coloured spotlights and nothing really special happening. It just kind of poodles along, really. The stage is very dark and full of boxes and things. It doesn't really serve a lot of function. Maybe I just got used to the really hung together, really tight tours of the future, but it feels like a bit of a step backwards somehow. And the filming for the official DVD had a lot of like really like fan cam almost moments, which I didn't really help with the vibe. And the stage is quite dark as well, so you don't really get to appreciate how big the audience has gotten until the MC moments. So I don't know, some strange choices made. And then in the midst of all this kind of I don't know, going through the motions, we've got Edge about halfway through, which completely blew the roof off, and you know, if I was there, my head would probably have exploded. It's such an amazing banger, and the styling was done completely perfectly. It's kind of like a time warp almost. Like this is the future of Perfume's performances in a sea of like normal stage stuff. So I don't know why they didn't use all these tricks in the other songs. So I ended up feeling a little bit disappointed with the Triangle Tour's execution. But I mean, of course, the track list is amazing. We've got pretty much everything there. Have we missed anything? I told you we've missed The Best Thing, but otherwise pretty much everything is there. We've got Puppy Love as well. That's appeared again. I think that's everything. And then we get the Negai. We've got a tour mix as well for that one too. So yeah, there we go. Maybe not the best tour to end on for this little segment, but I've heard that things are going to be a lot better in the future, so I'm going to talk about that in the next part. So okay, that's the Triangle tour wrapped up. Fantastic singles and fantastic album. So let's go to Capsule Corner now before I talk for too long. I've been looking through Capsule's back catalogue in the meantime, and they are so prolific. There's been almost a bit of an overdose of Capsule, no pun intended, just to keep up with the Perfume timeline and the Capsule timeline. I think I'm pretty much I've got it under control now. So before Game came out, we had 2 albums, Sugarless Girl and Flashback, which are gradually getting higher on the Oricon charts. So what did I think about those? I've got my notes down here. I've been cheating. So Sugarless Girl, yeah, it does kind of feel bridging the gap a little bit. We've got a bit of French, like new disco sounding stuff. There are kind of rocky moments as well. There's little bits of the game sound in there too. We've got a few bangers in there. There's one called Music with a Z. That's a real good banger. And Sound of Silence on there really reminds me of Secret Secret as well. I don't know if you feel like that too. Please let me know in the comments. So yeah, Sugarless Girl, great progress in that field. Then we get Flashback, his first top 20 album. Again, it's kind of, I don't know, bangers with some crunch to them, I think. He has a lot of kind of good songs, like Flashback, the title track itself is a real banger, so definitely check that out. There's some more poppy stuff on there too, like You Are the Reason. I really like that one too. It sounds like a more offbeat pop song. You can almost hear bits of Perfume yet to come, so the stuff from JPN, especially Kokoro no Sports. I can hear bits of that in I'm Feeling You on this album, so take a look out for that one too. And they've got the slow bops as well, so Electric Light, Moonlight is a bit of a slow bop too. So it kind of almost feels like a Perfume album as well, so I feel like, I don't know if I felt like this Capsule deep dive was going to show like a different side, but it's almost like the same timeline anyway. The sounds are evolving at the same pace, I think. But then we got the Game album. Then after that we got More the same year, which was a huge breakthrough. That made it to number 6 then. I think, is that the highest he's charted? I'm not sure. We'll come back to that. But it does feel very kind of Perfume oriented as well. So More could have been a Perfume song, I think. The Time Is Now is a nice banger as well. We've got some awesome glam rock moments with Phantom. Glam rock with some bleeps and bloops. Pleasure Ground has a lot of polyrhythm vibes to it too, so I like that one too. And another banger, Edit, is a great banger as well. I love that too. That's also got that kind of Streets of Rage vibe to it that I like from One Room Disco. So yeah, it's been very fruitful listening to Capsule at the same time, so definitely check those out if you have some moments. If you're like a big Perfume fan, maybe these are the most perfumey so far albums. I've got a few more waiting to listen to, so I'll get to those soon. I'll give you another, I think there's another 3 albums in the next part, I think. Then things will start to slow down a bit and have to talk about Kyary Pamyu as well. So there we go. That's the end of my roundup for this part. Now, what are my top 5 songs from the Breakthrough era? I'm going to start off with Secret Secret, which was a bit of a surprise to me. I've really, I just like the energy about this. It's very kind of fresh and expansive. I like the kind of cosmic vibes to it, so that's a great one to pick up from Game. Speaking of Game, we get the title track as well, which is really, I love that crunchy kind of lo-fi beats to it. I love Game, and every time I hear it in a concert, it really goes off. A bit of a surprise then, I Still Love You. I think I ended up putting that in the top 3 from Triangle. I just like the layers of it. I like the rhythms on it. It's like a remixed mid-tempo. So it's even got kind of slightly, I don't know, 80s, 90s vibes in some of the little little instrumentation. Love that one. Dream Fighter, I think can really appreciate that now as the big banger moment that it's been treated as. I think I don't know, I think I've just been sleeping on it a little bit. Well, again, no pun intended for Dream Fighter. But yeah, it's got a real good energy to it as well. The video's gorgeous as well. I love that one too. And probably no surprises that Edge is my number 1 for this era. This is the ultimate banger. I love this. It goes off every single time I see it in concert, and when I listen to it, it gives me so much energy. I love it so much. So there we go. That's my top 5 from this one. How about you? What do you think? Put down your top 5 as well in the comments. So there we go. Thank you for watching this part 2. I tried to keep it short, but we're edging up to half an hour now. So next time I'm going to do the early 2010s up to 2013. We're going to cover the JPN and the Level 3 eras, and hopefully their tours as well, and of course the Capsule roundup. And I think we get our first appearance from Kyary Pamyu. I'm expecting to finish that by June. Let's see, I might do it earlier, I might do it later, I'm not sure, but please like and subscribe to this channel, leave a comment or a question, share this channel to all your perfume fans, especially the opinionated ones who are going to give me lots of interactions. Please don't shout at me, I'm just a perfume fan. I don't want to fight with anybody, just we can have constructive discussions about things, that would be nice. I'd like to hook up with some perfume fans out there. So thank you so much for watching, and take care, and see you in another video. Take care, bye bye.